Hudson charts. Um, you are going to receive all the charts for each of these sections in a separate folder. And then we're going to put all the abrasive cutoff wheels in one Excel file. All the diamond cutoff blades will be in another file. All the Hudson blue coolant charts will be in another file. So you will have a file for each one of these subcategories under the navigation panel here. And if I go to this abrasive cutoff wheels right now, let's just go over what I like and dislike about the formatting of these charts. I think there's a little too much padding between the white and the gray rows right now. Thank you, sorry. This could be so that you get more products on a page and they're easy to search through. And then these headers don't have enough padding. This looks really squashed to me, so they need a little more padding on the top and the bottom of the type. And I think this line lettering could be a little closer together, just since it's all caps, it can squish up a little bit so it floats in a nice area. And then these buttons have been made. One thing to notice, I gave you one page in the Photoshop file. Let's just go to that quickly. And I had put everything in black on these charts, but I think it actually looks, and I've given you a little button that you could use to design from. What we have right now, I like the white better than the black, so stay with that. These buttons are getting a little bit big in some of these charts, and then I noticed that on some, let me just try and go to another page, that before they change sizes of buttons, these are much smaller. Let's just make one small button and use it for every single chart. We don't need different size buttons throughout this whole piece. As you format the charts, we don't need the product description in this. Now I will talk to you more about that in a minute. This first column, I think this whole column throughout every chart can be flush left, and then all the other columns can center vertically with the type in those columns. So I think that would work well for every single page we're doing. I want to just show you how this is set up in the Excel file. So this Excel file is sectioning 1 cutoff wheels. It says that up here. It's for the sectioning section. That's the main navigation panel. The page is the abrasive cutoff wheel, so that says that once at the top. And then these are the names for each chart. So the first chart is small abrasive cutoff blades, 9-inch diameter cutoff blades, 10-inch, and so forth and so on. So, and if you go back to that page, that follows with just what we were seeing here. So the small diameter, 9-inch, 10-inch, so on and so on. So that gives you just an idea of how each file is coming to you. Two things to notice. This part number, this is how we're linking we did link the files together. So this is our SKU, or part number. We've labeled it part number, but it is the SKU. When you are programming this add to cart button, when you press this, and we'll add that product, the SKU is what is linking the cart to the table. So if I just go back to a table here is under table press. This is just that first table. But this was the SKU in the code under the button link. So that's how we previously linked that button to the product in the WooCommerce one-stop shopping cart. And the other thing to notice on these charts is this online catalog name. This is your product name. So in the product charts on the site, that's where you will be putting the product name. So if I just go back to our site, let me just find, I'll just navigate back. Oh, no, actually it was there. So this is where that product name ended up, right here. And this is being given the headline 1 allocation. This should not. This should just be the same headline as the charts, or just body copy, because it's a long description, so people can see, what it is they're buying and the size that the that they're purchasing. And then we have the SKU, and then we have the category of products that it comes under here too. So that's all we need right now in each cart. We don't have individual products of every product going through. And we don't have product descriptions, and other than the product name is really the product description at this point. So that gives you what is in these charts. Let me just go back to that, if there's anything else. Oh, the public and privacy things. Okay, and this is something to note too. On not all of the charts, there is this price each column, where the client wanted to give the customer chance to compare his prices with other sites, but really they're selling in this price per 10 pack. So this price per 10 pack is what will show up in that product card, sold 10 per pack. So that's important to notice there. This column price each, this column price per 10 pack, and the add to cart button are the three columns that become private, that you won't see unless you have registered for this site. In some of the charts, you will only have the price per item. You won't have this price each column, and you'll just have two columns that become private. So just know that between, and it really is per page, but some pages will have 3 private columns, and some may only have 2 private columns. So just be aware of that as you're going through. And I think that is pretty much everything about the charts right now that I needed to tell you. Let me just go back and take a look and see if there was anything else that I can remember. Oh, yeah. In these charts, we put this quick little code here. And this was just a little code on the page. Oops, sorry, that wasn't supposed to happen. But this was supposed to go to the chart that's further down. For some reason, it is not working on that page. Let me try another page, because I have all the designer or the web development tools open. Okay, this is, but yes, here we go. It's supposed to take you to this place down here, and then these little asterisks take you back to your product selection table. Right now this says product category selection. I think we need something more descriptive in there, and I have to come up with that for you. But I do know my client was very confused by this asterisk, that it took you back to the top. So in Canvas, it only gave you 1 character to use. Can we possibly make this say in very tiny type back to top, so that they obviously know this goes back to the top of this section? So that was just one other little thing we want corrected. And then maybe this needs to say choose your table, or quick table selection. That's probably the best type, quick table selection. So that would be the one change to this site that we would need, and I'll put that in an email to you also. So that's it about the charts. Please call me or Skype or email me with any questions. Have a great day.